Welcome, 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 everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I greet you all in the shalom peace of our Christ Jesus. I'm feeling much better. Thank you all for your prayers and well wishes. Today is Thursday. Wait, yeah, today's Thursday, November 20th, 2025. We're about to watch LSU, number five ranked team in the college basketball for women versus Alcorn State. They are back in the PMAC. So, yes, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you guys so much for your well wishes last week. Shout out to you, Reese. I appreciate you. Also got a new member, and I see everybody is here. So, welcome, 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 guys. Yeah, I have the game pulled up. We'll watch it as soon as it's ready. Oh, it probably is. Let me
Great,
just go ahead
great
and
play.
open up in prayer. Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, thank you for the ability to have this platform to be able to gather people together under the name of just watching sports together. But I love the prayer in the beginning, and I'll never not do it. So, Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, just pray for both of these teams. May nobody get injured. May we all have fun. May there be no problems or anything like that. In Jesus' mighty name, we all do say a super, super big amen,
Scorer,
amen,
but she
amen.
is a
All right,
Swiss
here we go,
Army knife.
y'all.
Not only a big scorer, but also can rebound and play defense. Her name is Nakia Cheatham.
This guard from Clarksdale, Mississippi is the playmaker for Alcorn, averaging 16 points a game, 51% from the field, and 6.5 rebounds. If she has success, then Alcorn might have some success tonight.
So LSU in white, Alcorn in purple. We've got a lineup change for LSU for the first time, as Amaya Joyner, number one in white, is in the starting lineup. And she immediately draws a foul. So Joyner in place of Kate Cobalt tonight for LSU at the start.
Well, a good start for LSU, getting to the foul line. They've shot pretty well from the line, but struggled a little bit in the second half against Tulane. And I know that's something the team has worked on in the last couple of days, some extra free throw attempts.
Joyner drops the first one. Remarkably, through the first 5 games, LSU has trailed only twice.
And LSU picks up full court to start the game.
Alcorn will start this lineup. Hurt Floyd, Henderson, Hunkin-Clater, Cheatham, and Walker. Henderson and Cheatham are on the watch list for all SWAC honors. Henderson kicks it to the right side, and
Stepped
violation.
out of bounds. When she caught the ball, her back foot was on the line.
LSU with Joyner, Johnson, and Johnson, Williams, and Richard on the floor right now at the start. Kim Mulkey has the luxury of going very deep into her bench with a lot of combinations. That's on the money from deep. Michaela Williams.
But the pass from Flage Johnson all the way across the court for the 3 ball.
Michaela Williams is one of the finest three-point shooters in the country. She's now 12 for 19. That's well over 60% from distance. In fact, this whole LSU team is a remarkably shooting three-point team. Here comes Flage Johnson. She's double teamed at the top, stutter dribble, finds Joyner. It's a little bit high. Joyner couldn't field it, and the Braves are coming the other way. That layup won't go.
Cheatham wanted to foul.
But she should have finished from 2 feet. Pull-up jump shot. Bang!
Flage Liddy starting off where she left off Monday night in New Orleans.
She was so smooth, so prolific, and just every time it looked like LSU needed something to happen, she was the igniter. That victory over Tulane, a huge lead was built in the first quarter. 7-0 Tigers, 2 minutes into the game. A long 3 from way back. Won't go for Hunkin-Clater. LSU can stretch its 7-point run to start things right here. Richard with a pass that Joyner wasn't expecting down on the right block. Richard maybe a little bit too dazzling there. Joyner had not really established a position or was looking for that pass.
Now remember, first change in the starting lineup for this game for LSU.
7-0 Tigers. And that pass is caught somehow on the run. Offensive rebound put back and missed by Krishanti Walker, a 6'2 sophomore from Oakland, Tennessee. Richard finds Joyner this time, and she knows what to do with it.
This time, Joyner was ready for the pass and an easy layup. Great assist. And the Tigers go out 9-0, 3 minutes deep.
And the new starter tonight, Joyner, leads the way early with 2 buckets. 3 minutes into the first quarter, LSU 9-0. Joyner comes out to defend. Here's Henderson. Henderson kicks it out for a 3-ball. There will be a lot of them offered tonight, and Hunkin Clater finally gets her team on the board. The first bucket for Alcorn. Williams rolls it across the rim, and it drops.
Sweet move by Williams to the goal.
5 points for her. She and Joyner have combined for 9 of LSU's 11. Flauche Johnson has the other one. Another long 3-ball. Odd line, but a little bit deep. Hunkin Clater missed it, and she'll fire up a lot of them. Surprisingly, this is a very good 3-point shooting team for the visitors. They've got some big numbers. Not quite as good as LSU, but still among the national leaders.
Alcorn not in a hurry, taking their time with their offense.
The Braves in purple, LSU in white. Shot clock at 5. That's a lazy pass, almost intercepted, and then picked up, and the layup is missed. A point-blank range shot by Cheatham. She won't miss a lot of those, but she's left a couple of them unscored. What a pass across the lane and muscling it up and in. It is Zakiya Johnson.
Just a couple of great passes, and here comes the platoon to the scorer's table for LSU.
Well, everybody except Richard is in the scoring column early for the Tigers. LSU
Bro, look how many people we have to come to the bench. Do y'all see this? 5 new
Williams in
players.
backcourt. Pitches it ahead to Richard. She's got
Life
numbers,
is
but she wants
good.
to use them. This is Joyner, and she travels. Took a step trying to spin to the opposite side. And we'll take a timeout right here. 5 new players will come in for LSU. 4:53 remains in the first quarter. LSU 13, Alcorn 3.
Do you enjoy
Big step a bit walker, bigger talker, I be getting to the bad sauce walker, I'ma post it on the ground, big popper, I just got a whole bag with what it's costing, ain't I? Tell us in the edit to the function, we gon' slide. We don't do no spinning, still gon' bulletproof the ride. Cardi at my wrist, look at my fish, it might go blind. If the deal $1 million and legit, I might just sign. I just look my net worth up on Google, why they lying? Probably couldn't book me for a show, I might decline. Only 21, I'm doing both, feel like I'm prime. I don't know if they about they bread, but I'm about mine. Pop it every time. Big step a bit walker, bigger talker. I be getting to the bad sauce walker. I don't want you in your mad shot blocker. When I shot, don't check the tab. Big popper, ain't I? Big step a bit walker, bigger talker. I be getting to the bad sauce walker. I don't want you in your mad shot blocker. When I shot, don't check the tab. Big popper, ain't I? I'm a problem. I'm about my dollars.
Kim Mulkey, men or women, she is one of the most decorated basketball players and coaches in the history of the game. She won multiple state high school championship tournaments in Louisiana. She won a national championship as a player at Louisiana Tech, a national championship as an assistant coach at Louisiana Tech, a gold medal in the Olympics, and championships at Baylor and LSU. Very, very few can approach that.
And nothing to say there won't be more to add to that resume before it's all done for Coach Mulkey. For Alcorn, this guy is a lifer in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. It's his 6th season as the Alcorn State coach. He's had long tenures at Mississippi Valley and University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. He helped lead the men's team at Mississippi Valley in his playing days to the SWAC title. He took the Lady Braves in 2 years to the SWAC championship game. So this guy knows what the journey is in this conference and has made quite a career for himself.
Speaking of journeys, this Braves team takes quite the journey through the SEC this year.
Well, that's exactly right. They've already played Alabama earlier in the year, and they will have several games, and we'll show you that a little later, that they will play against SEC and Power 4 teams.
So 5 new players on the court for the Tigers. Knox, Hines, Cobo, Fulwiley, and also Burridge.
And a nice job there. I believe that was Hines.
It was.
Drawing the charge.
Hines has played off the bench exclusively this year, and I really like what I see out of her, as well as a couple of her other teammates, especially Grace Knox perhaps in that group, but there is stardom written all over some of these youngsters. It's just a matter of being illuminated over the course of time. That time the Tigers unable to pull off the rebound, and an open 3 is up and line drives home. Well, Hunkin Claytor averaging 8.8 points a game, has a couple of 3 balls, 6 early. Cobalt takes the pass from a down low position.
That was a fire entry pass from Bella. He got that ball up here to her.
Yeah, that had to feel good for her as soon as she touched the ball to be able to put it in the basket.
She did not have a good game against Tulane. Cobalt takes the rebound. Fulwiley brings it up, kicks left side. Fulwiley is open for 3 if they want to go that way. Instead, they'll take a 3 from the coach.
Yeah,
that was buried by Burridge.
Yeah.
Got the extra pass, wide open, 3 ball.
The people in purple trying to get to the rim, and a foul will be called. Burridge on that last bucket. That was her first made 3 in her career at LSU. She had only attempted 3 previous triples, and she's now 1 for 4.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, had to.
LSU has tripled up on Alcorn, 18-6, now 18-7. 3:08 to go in the first quarter. And the 5 on the floor right now were not on the floor when the game started.
And unfortunately for Alcorn, Cheatham 0 for 4 to start this contest.
That's unlike her. She's a 51% field goal shooter on the season. Here's Knox taking it all the way, lays it in and avoids the contact. She's going to be really good.
Grace Knox, I have a feeling, is going to be pretty special, Lynn. I really like watching her play. And she's getting down on defense right there.
She plays instinctually, and she's long and lean and moves well. She catches up after the ball fake. Shot clock at 7. A running shot off the window will not fall. Here comes Hines. How about that ball movement? And the finish by Knox.
Running the floor. Grace Knox running the floor.
22-8. That ball is knocked loose, recovered by Henderson. Henderson leans over the dribble, gets into the lane. Koval comes over to help. Another open three, up and in. You got to guard her. You've got to get a hand in the shooter's face.
Slater 3 for 5 here in the opening quarter from deep.
Hunk and Plato are starting to heat up. Bull Wiley comes back and says, let me take one from deep.
Yes.
Her shooting percentage is unbelievable. You got to look 2, maybe 3 times to make sure your eyes don't deceive you.
And that's 3 for 5 for the Tigers in the opening 10 minutes.
Bull Wiley coming off the bench is now 9 for 21 from three-point range. That's better than 40%. She's over 60% from the field. A steal. Ahead. Bull Wiley finishes.
I like it, Bella. I told y'all Bella Hines was that girl. I told y'all.
1,000 in her still short career, and she's got 5, so she's 3 away from that 1,000-point mark.
As you saw on the screen, that's 10 fast break points for the Tigers in the first 9 minutes.
Less than a minute to play. Knox leaves her feet and swings it away.
Tell Grace.
And the officials right now are telling both teams, stop the extracurricular talking.
Look at Grace Knox come over there and back that one into the first row of the end zone.
Yeah, flex on him, Grace.
Doing her best impression of
We
Michael
see you
Lopez.
too.
I think she's pretty happy about that.
5 seconds to shoot. A little more than half a minute remaining in the first quarter. Bull Wiley got a hand on that ball and avoided the foul. Tigers have numbers if they want to use it. There's a Brave Hurt down on the baseline, getting up now. LSU 5 on 4. This is put back good. They're going to wave that off, I think. It was put back in by Grace Knox.
Hunt was the player for the Lady Braves that was knocked to the floor, and she's heading to the locker room with the trainer.
Hines at the stripe. LSU on the year is shooting just under 70% as a team. Hines hits 1 of 2. Koval gets the rebound without fouling. Misses on the putback from 4 feet. She gets a hand on the loose ball. Bull Wiley from way back. My goodness, that one was from Port Allen.
From the logo.
8 seconds left in the quarter. LSU can take the last shot. Down to 5. Bull Wiley needs to put it in play. Down to 1. This will count if it goes. It does!
Oh, my legend!
Shot 1 from 35 feet and nails 1 from about 25.
Man, my race off for Wiley.
And made that one look easy at the end of the quarter.
She's that girl, man.
First quarter points for the Tigers.
Another buzzer beater again. Like,
we go to the second quarter after this timeout.
Not no, they're always hilarious. They not messing with her at all. She's that girl, man. Lay with the butter.
Jesus, piece my pennies. Then I talk, stand on business. Don't I floss? I thought we was done, so why you straight, got it. Everything eight, got it. Nail face, lace body. AMG's big body. I ain't even trip body. Everyone on wit body. Can you get this lit? Doubt it. I know I'm the one they want to beat though. You know what I'm on, body natural, but it's Tito. And they know you my baby, let's just keep it on the D-Lo. And yeah, I know we cool, but it ain't much I do for free though. And yeah, we at the red light, act up. Window down, black truck, 50 feet backed up. 100 deep, packed up, dreadhead tacked up. Everybody strapped up, kick back, wrapped up. This new era cap was down, so why you blowing up my phone? And I'm back outside, man, I'm gone, never home. Yeah, you throw me off, but you kinda put it on. Diamonds always hitting, I'm like, can y'all get along? Yeah, no filter face, got it. Everything straight, got it. Everything eight, got it. Nail face, lace body. AMG's big body. I ain't even trip body. Everyone on wit body. Can you get this lit? Doubt it.
Can you get this lit? No. Shoot my shot and miss. No. Shoot my shot and swish. Yeah. I'm the best it gets. I got expensive shoes on. It costs for me to step. Laid back in the Maybach. Let it drive itself. She say, D-Lo, you been counting up money all day.
Yeah, 4 of 7 in the quarter. And there's the last one by Full Wiley, and that gives her 1,000 career points. These are two very good 3-point
Congratulations, Way! 1K career point. Okay, Way, congratulations.
Alcorn, which is 3 of 6 in the opening quarter, is 6th in Division I in 3-point shooting. That's pretty good numbers for both teams.
Indeed.
Wait a minute. What are y'all saying? What's the chat
when you look
talking
at
about?
Alcorn's numbers, this is against high-level competition so far in pre-SWAC play.
And the LSU bench, by
I
the way,
missed it. I have to go
18
confirm
points
before I
on
see it on stream.
No surprise there. Alcorn has been defeated by Nichols out of the Southland Conference 72-66. It beat Mississippi University for women 81-56. Lost to Alabama in Tuscaloosa 92-39. Beat Arkansas Baptist 81-65. And taking on its fifth opponent in LSU tonight. The Braves will still play Mississippi State out of the SEC, and Auburn and Ole Miss. Shot clock at 4. Coming out of the first quarter. That one's heaved up. Shot clock violation. And Flau'jae Johnson pulled off the rebound. But the shot clock violation will give LSU the possession before the rebound. Zakiya Johnson, Michaela Williams, Jada Richard, Flau'jae Johnson, and Amaya Joyner on the floor right now to start the second quarter. The Tigers in white. Johnson, it rolls off the backboard and across the rim. Rebound picked off by Joyner. Pull-up jump shot, Richard. Got it from the left side. That puts all the starters in the on the ledger now in the scoring column for LSU. Shot clock down at 8. Nobody's penetrated yet. Shot clock at 5, at 4, at 3. And a traveling violation. LSU's defense, the last 2 possessions, has forced turnovers.
That's 6 turnovers for the Lady Braves here in the first, what would be 11 minutes or so here in the game.
This is Williams at the top. She hasn't looked to get involved very much in the offense. They get tripped up. 2 players go down, and there's a scrum away from Williams, who's still on her backside. They help the other players up, and Williams
took kind of a
came down on the tailbone. Yeah.
Fall. Let's look at it again. Williams is driving, loses the ball, then it hits off her foot, and then
Jesus.
Falls awkward.
Oh,
Second
Jesus.
time that there's been a verbal warning to players
Praying
on
for
both
her.
teams. That time they were kind of
Super
separating
quick one.
them
And she
in
got right back up,
stack
but I didn't like how
formation.
that looked. I hope MK okay. If she start playing weird, we'll have to watch
Flau'jae,
her.
step back. Played on a gold medal USA U18 America Cup team.
Everyone that has played has scored for LSU and a chance for more.
Williams with the steal. That's blocked from behind, fighting hard to get it back and doing so successfully. Johnson back out to Williams. 3 ball up, 3 ball in. She's got 8 points and really not looking to score a lot.
Here's an assist. You make the 3.
38 to 11. Fakes right, goes left, goes back right, leaps, fires, got it. That is as smooth as new cream. I mean, that's amazing. 3 or 4 moves under control were executed that time by Flau'jae Johnson.
It doesn't matter to score. This is entertaining basketball that LSU plays.
40 to 11. Some of the individual skills are just off the charts. That one's going to roll and go. A much-needed bucket. Lauren Nelson, a 6-foot junior from El Dorado, Arkansas, who has played also at Mississippi Delta Community College, gets her first bucket tonight. And 4 new Braves will check in. Last year, the Braves were 14-18. They were 10-8 in the Southwest Athletic Conference. In the past, it's been a while, Kent, but in the past, they've had a very nice basketball history. They've won 6 SWAC tournament titles, but the last one was 20 years ago. They have not been relevant recently. They have 9 SWAC regular season championships, but the last one of those was in 1996.
Twice in his first 5 years, so there has been some success for him in developing this program. 2.7 on the shot clock as Alcorn will inbound, and that's...
They put Joyner on the ball, does LSU. She's being told to back up a little bit. Joyner leaping, almost got a hand on it. 1 second to shoot, and the ball is taken away. Swiped by Amaya Joyner. LSU on the run. Flau'jae! 6 for her, and they've been magical. That's tipped away again. Turnovers are climbing for this Braves team. LSU relentless on defense. That's 10 givebacks by the Braves in the first less than 15 minutes. Flau'jae Johnson uses the screen, feeds it back to Joyner on the screen and go.
That is such a sweet pass, Lynn. Easy layup, converted off the great pass by Flau'jae.
And 6 now for Joyner, making her first start. 5:20 to play, second quarter. LSU continues to pour it on here, 44-13. LSU will bring in a new 5 at the next opportunity. That inside pass knocked away by Flau'jae. There's a collision. Richard goes down, but appears to be all right. 5:05 to play in the second quarter, and here comes the second 5, if you will. Although that's not entirely accurate, Ken.
I'm sorry, Lynn. I believe they called an offensive foul on that play.
They did. But the reason I say that's not entirely accurate, the second 5 can be, for the most part, interchanged with the first 5 as well. So there are a lot of options on this roster.
And we're going to have a timeout as Alcorn has called a timeout. And That should take us to our media break, and it does. So 5:05 to go here in this second quarter, and LSU rolling along at 44-13. Flage driving down the lane and laying it in, and the Tigers are up big midway through.
Do you enjoy women's and Olympic sports? The SCORE Act will support them. Here are the facts.
Okay, so this is what has been reported. This is Corey Diaz. He reports LSU guard Kaylin Gilbert is not with the team tonight for the game versus Alcorn. Kim Mulkey will likely address her absence following tonight's game. So this is all the information I have. I only went to look this up based off what y'all said in the chat. So by next game, of course, we'll have the information. Praying for KG. Hope everything's well. Not really sure. Not going to speculate. Not going to say this or that. Only thing I'm going to do is pray for her, and we'll hear what Coach Mulkey has to say at the end of the game. That's it. No messiness, no making shit up. You know what I mean? Don't do all that. But yeah. So that's the news. That's why y'all don't see KG on the bench. That's why everybody's asking, did KG get in? KG's not at the game with the team tonight.
For three, and as
But yeah, definitely praying for her.
8th point of the night, and she joins a pretty long and pretty good group of Tigers, Lynn, that have crossed the 1,000 point mark in their careers here at LSU.
And she's done it with only 2 full seasons under her belt at South Carolina, plus 6 games this year. Interestingly enough, she was a model of consistency in 2 seasons as a Gamecock. She averaged 11.7 points as a freshman, 11.7 points as a sophomore, and this year, way above that coming off the bench as she has her entire career.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing I think about her is that she came off the bench in all but 3 of her 77 appearances with the Gamecocks, and now doing it here at LSU, she's just as comfortable as she can be coming off the bench as well now here at LSU.
And Kim Mulkey is very quick to admit that she might not come off the bench the whole year. Depends on the opponent and how the meshing of the team continues to develop, but certainly a remarkable player, whether she comes in off the bench, whether she jumps out of the space station, or whether she just shows up one day and says, I can play. She's something special.
10 LSU players have played, 10 have scored.
So it's Knox, Hines, Burridge, Cobalt, and Fulwiley on the floor right now for the Tigers. Second time these 5 have been there. Knox is fouled, and free throws will be coming for her.
Pretty good pick and roll there by Knox as she set the screen and then came back and got the pass, drew the foul, to go to the line for a couple.
LSU is 4 for 5 now from the stripe. 5 for 6 at the moment.
Here's what has to please Kim Mulkey and the coaching staff at LSU. After that great first quarter against Tulane the other night,
Knox almost came around the offensive player to make the steal. She's guarding fiercely. Nice backdoor cut and a beautiful lay-in. Cheatham finally makes it happen at the bucket. That's her first hoop tonight.
Yeah, that's Cheatham.
That's taken away. And Hines catches up. and says, well, you got me on the steal, but you're not going to get me on the shot.
To finish my point, the second, third, and fourth period, as we look at this again, Wright, perfect position to block that from behind and prevent the bucket. But to finish the point, they did not play as well the last 3 quarters. So I know Coach Mulkey and staff pleased tonight to see the excellent play and the aggressive play continuing now into a second quarter.
A foul will be called against Grace Knox.
They're actually, I think,
did they get it on Full Wiley?
Going to get Full Wiley for that, even though she pretty much got all ball on that.
That's her second foul.
You might could challenge that. Coach Mulkey's talking about that with one of the officials, but play will continue. But it looked like on the replay we saw that Full Wiley got pretty much all ball, and maybe Knox might have drawn that foul.
Well, the ruling won't change, and Full Wiley brings it up. Stutter dribble, goes baseline, loops it up, tries to draw the foul herself, and they get the block on the Brave. That is Leah Johnson, Houston, second foul. And Full Wiley will go to the free throw line.
I believe the defender was in the restricted area there.
That little halo cannot be occupied by a lockdown defender. Full Wiley gets the second one to go as well. She came into the game just under 77%. Tigers just under 70% as a team. Full Wiley with 10 points coming off the bench.
There was like a NASCAR wreck there under the goal.
And it's going to go to the Tigers. Burridge asks for the ball, and she'll bring it up at the point guard position. 12 turnovers now for this team from Lorman, Mississippi. It's about midway between Natchez and Vicksburg, about 5 miles from the Mississippi River. Beautiful country there, not far from the Natchez Trace. This is Full Wiley. Full Wiley makes the nice pass on the give and go. That's a little bit too strong. Second rebound attempt by Knox. Doesn't come clean. And let's see what they rule. It's going to go back to the Braves.
On the alternating possession. Again, that was another attempt at the give and go there as Full Wiley got it to Knox.
Watch her play defense. Look at that steal. This is remarkable anticipation and a clean, deft steal of that ball.
LSU pressing full court. They got another steal.
Koval knocks it to Hines. Full Wiley with a spinner. Won't go. Koval got a piece of it. Full Wiley went down hard. She looked
She's
like a
so athletic, bro.
Air.
She's so athletic.
Goodness.
Full Wiley is scooting around this court like an ice cube on a hot griddle.
It'll be cold in the ghost.
Like an ice cube on a hot griddle. This man is hilarious. Well, Wiley is on the court like a...
As Koval makes the first free throw.
He's hilarious, man.
She's better than 72% at the stripe. Coming into the game is Koval. 52% 22-17. Coball with 4 points. Coball is there for the rebound. Nobody else was close. That's her fourth. Fulwiley spinning one way, going the other. Gives it to Coball, who handed back. Fulwiley takes a bomb. And no good. Tipped around. Coball's got it. Dribbles once, lays it up, lays it in.
Too good. That's just too good.
6 for her after an off night against Tulane.
Look at the offensive rebounds. 9-3 in favor of LSU. Remember, Tulane had 24 of them Monday night.
And finally a bucket after a long drought.
Believe me, there was some work the last couple of days on getting the defensive rebound by LSU.
Nice gets called for the foul.
But a nice move there on the post for the bucket for Alcorn.
Megan Yarnovich, the freshman from Maryland, checks in. Wears number 15 in white. She's in the number 1 rebounding position. So Houston fails to convert the three-point play. Fulwiley down low, dribbles out of trouble, gets it to Coball. She'll take one from the elbow and leaves it very short. She rushed it. She didn't have to. .104 seconds are left. LSU with yet another steal. Burridge on the move. Burridge slings it up late. Rebound hits the floor. Coball's got a piece of it. And the possession arrow is going to stay with LSU.
Kind of rushed it, as you said, Lynn, on that layup attempt. I think she was just anxious to get the bucket. Just rushed the shot a little bit.
54-19. The lowest scoring quarter that LSU has turned in defensively this season has been half, I should say, has been 6.
Moving without the ball on the inbounds possession got Coball that layup.
She's got 8. Fulwiley again strips it loose, but it's picked up by the dribbler. Coball comes over to help. Rebound hits the floor, picked up by Coball at the free throw line. Coball a little late with that pass. Look out. That's going to be a tie as Yarnovich got a piece of it.
Well, that's like 4 tie balls here in the first half.
Exactly 60 seconds remain in the second quarter. LSU well on its way to 100 plus. If the Tigers exceed 100 tonight, get 100 or exceed it, that would be the 6th time in 6 games, and that would be a new SEC record. And that's a fine move that time by Cheatham as she finally gets her second bucket.
Yeah, great reversal there, the bucket.
That's blocked out of the hands of Burridge.
I think Cheatham blocked that one.
A deep 3 won't go. Coball grabs the rebound. That's 7 for her. The steal, no good. And Coball tipping it around. Both teams getting a little loose lately with the basketball.
Well, Cheatham just made a quick, clean steal, and she's doing a few push-ups after missing.
Bye.
Kind of frustrated with herself there. But she had a clean steal, and look at the bucket. It couldn't put it in. And Coball will go to the line.
18 seconds to go.
A couple more chances.
She's got an opportunity to get 10 off the bench tonight. This is the first game in which she has not started.
Lynn, so far, as we're right at the end of the first half, LSU has 26 points off the 16 Alcorn turnovers.
How many off the bench?
Bench scoring right now is a bunch. Is 31 points off the bench.
Wow, more than half off the bench tonight. Full Wiley is like Velcro defensively. That was pretty good defense by Yarnovich on that drive, and then the horn sounds, and we have 2 quarters in the books at LSU. The Tigers, 57. Alcorn, 21. Stay with us at halftime. We'll update you on a lot of things. This is the SEC SPN Network.
Need a new mattress but confused by all the options? We understand that so many choices can make mattress shopping overwhelming. And our sleep experts
on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health, with a quick recap of the first half. Once again, here are Shaeeta and Patrick.
And we are back inside the Maravich Center. It is halftime, 57-21 LSU. And got off to a good start as it normally does. LSU quickly a 9-0 lead. The first unit won their half 13-3. Then the second unit 18-8. So LSU had a 31-11 lead. And then in the second half, or the second quarter, beg your pardon, they played fairly evenly as well. The first unit, second unit, both did good things. LSU was rebounding the ball very well tonight. We wanted to see that, and that has definitely happened. When you look at the rebound number, it is 23-11 in favor of LSU, and they have given up only 4 offensive rebounds while getting 9 of their own. They've turned 16 turnovers into 26 points, so we're seeing what LSU typically does when things are going well.
Yeah, typically just putting great pressure in half court, forcing teams to turn it over, knowing how to get out in transition and score, sharing the ball well. So it's been kind of what we expect. And just LSU's got to keep just working to get better.
Well, 60% from the floor, 50% on threes. That's all, and then 83% at the free throw line. So it has been a very crisp first half. LSU only turned it over.
I've been in the SID for the men's basketball for 38 consecutive years now, and not a lot of folks have seen more men's basketball than you over the course of the history of the sport at LSU. But We talked about the prolific nature of the scoring that this women's team has done. The men are not far behind.
No, that's right. They've scored over 90 points in each of the throw line, and you see the numbers on scoring margin. So far, a great start going into tomorrow night's final game of the homestand at 7 o'clock against Omaha.
You know, Kent, everybody likes to compare, well, how is this team different than last year and the year before and the year before? In your mind, how does this men's team in 25-26 differ from what we saw last year and the year prior?
Well, this is a much more mature team, Lynn. Last year, the average age of the players was around 19. This year, it's almost 22. I think I've never heard Coach McMahon have to wish a 24-year-old a happy birthday as he did earlier this fall. But this team has more connection. The chemistry is so much better. And as you saw the other night, even in moments where they're having a little problem defensively, they're able to outscore players this year. There are players and depth that they can put in that can take care of some of those things and score the ball to help LSU advance.
Only 2 players returned from last year's roster, and some of those, of course, are dealing with injuries, which they've come back from very nicely. But yes, there were numbers to be gained by the LSU roster, but it was very strategically done.
Yes, it was. I mean, LSU knew, and this coaching staff knew, they needed depth and they needed bodies inside. And people like Mike Nwoko, Robert Miller's a returnee. Jalen Rose has come back. You see the transfer additions there. Rashad King has had some good moments. Max McKinnon's a starter out of Portland. Nwoko had 29 the other night. And then there's Markel Sutton, who's going to play against his team that he helped lead to the NCAA tournament last year as the player of the year in the Summit League. So that'll be a very interesting dynamic Friday night.
Well, quickly, let's turn our attention to something that never stops, and that's recruiting. Tigers have done quite well in the early going.
Yeah, they really have. 3 players from high school signed in the early signing period. One of those was from Australia in Vaughn's, and then 2 players that you see from Florida. All 3 of them are 4-star recruits. LSU, the 12th ranked high school signing class in the early period at this point. So a good start toward the 26-27 season.
When we come back, we're going to turn our attention toward another LSU sport in the playoffs, and that is soccer. There's been a schedule change. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. LSU 57, Alcorn 21.
Is your mattress giving you aches and pains? At Mattress First.
What Take me through it. Nah, I probably won't go if my boo there. I'm outside looking cute in my new hair. Watching my story, you don't, but you do care. I'm in the north, they shaking like two rap. Man, she the hardest. Oh, you must be new here. I won't pull up, I be acting like who there? Man, we so tired of your raps, let a few spell. I flow like my jumper is too automatic. The land of the free know is too autocratic. Ain't watching your rights, but you rub out a paddock. I'm black and elite, they gon' say I'm dramatic. I'm pushing the piece, let her get it for free. I ain't trapping the street, but I stunt like my daddy. They hating on me, cause I came out of beast. You can say what you want, man, I still got a natty. They don't wanna hear that, let's get back to the party. I feel like I'm swamp, I'm keeping my cardi. They think I'm a freak, every beat I'm a body. My man in the field, I could dig it like Cardi. How you broken, you think you gon' take me there? Throwing shots and you think that's gon' make me care. You a bum here, a rat, y'all hating pill. I ain't worried about my ops, they don't bank it here. Don't really care what you speaking for. I know you got an opinion, but keep it though. I don't respond, but just know that I peep it though. How do you do it? We need you to teach it though. You a rapper, a model, a hoop for two, and you repping the boot like you do. Said boo, I was acting like Mulkey got stupid. You had to run a little suicide. Whoop de doo. Metro don't trust. Take me. It take more. Great. I know it take. It take more. Take it fat, boy. I know what it take to hold that gold and be the greatest. I know what it take to pull up AMG the latest. I know what it take to keep on going when you hate it, yeah. I know that it's worth it when you torn and you made it. I know what it take to hold that gold and be the greatest. I know what it take to pull up AMG the latest. I know what it take to keep on going when you hate it, yeah. I know that it's worth it when you torn and you made it. I know what it take to be the great. I know what it take. Don't hesitate. I know what it take to be the face. I know what it take to elevate. Yeah, I know it take more, so I don't
lead. Before we give you the full rundown of the first half stats, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU women's basketball. This is LSU Sports Radio Network. Stream live from LSU Sports Mobile.
A lot of scoring for LSU in the first half. Double figures for Mylasia Fulwiley. She had 12. Kate Koval had 9. Both of those were from the second unit. Michaela Williams had 8. Flau'jae Johnson, Zakiya Johnson, Grace Knox all had 6. Divine Burridge had 3. Amaya Joyner had 4. Jada Richard had a couple. Bella Hines had 1. For Alcorn, they got 3 threes from Hunkin Clater. That was 9 of their points. Cheatham had 4. Houston had 4. Hunt had 2. Nelson had 2. And that was it for Alcorn. Alcorn 7 of 25 for 28%. LSU 21 of 35 for 60%. From three-point land, LSU was a very good 5 of 10. And Alcorn State was just 3 of 9. Fulwiley was 2 for 5. Williams was 2 for 3. LSU continuing to shoot well from behind the arc. Free throws, 10 of 12 for the Tigers, 4 for 5 for Alcorn State. LSU dominated the boards 23-11. 8 for Koval, including 3 offensively. LSU had 11 assists, 7 turnovers, 5 assists, 16 turnovers for Alcorn State. LSU won the battle of points off turnovers 26-4. They won points in the paint 24-6. Second chance points 14-2. And bench points 31-8. A lot of good shooting. Fulwiley was 4 for 8. Koval 3 for 5. Knox 2 for 3. Michaela Williams 3 for 4. Zakiya Johnson 3 for 5. Flau'jae Johnson 3 for 5. So very efficient offense and very good defense. And the Tigers have a 57-21 lead. So the mystery, I guess, in the second half is, can LSU continue to play well? And can they get to 100 points? I like their chances to get the 6th straight game with 100 points to start the season and become only the second NCAA women's basketball team to accomplish that. We'll see if it happens. Right now, we'll take a break, come back, and give you that second half when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Here's a club you want to get into.
game of 100-plus points, 57-21. If they get it, they'll tie an NCAA record, and they will set an SEC record. We'll see what happens in the second half. Meanwhile, Kent, let's go back and look at some highlights for both of these teams. We start with the Braves.
Well, Clater for Alcorn had a couple of long threes early to start this game, and she had some good shots from out there. Then Fuwali found her range outside and inside a couple of times, that off a steal. And Grace Knox came in and did Grace Knox things, driving to the goal and scoring, blocking the ball, running down the paint for the bucket.
Let's look at some numbers here. They are going to be staggeringly in favor of LSU. 3 for 9, the Braves are from three-point range. LSU shooting 50% on 5 of 10. The bench points continue to be a very strong spot for LSU, leading 31-8. And that points off turnovers, Kent, no surprise.
16 turnovers by Alcorn results in 26 points off turnovers. Clater, 3 of 5 from three-point range, leads Alcorn with 9 points. And Wiley, 12 points, 4 of 8 from the field.
And she's been a disruptor defensively as well as she normally is. A couple of steals and really making life difficult in bringing the ball up for the Braves.
You know Kim Mulkey and staff want to see this play continue into the third and fourth quarter. Be aggressive. Keep scoring. Do what LSU does best.
You know, interestingly enough, if LSU does tie that record, that NCAA record, that ball is stolen as we get the inbounds pass given right back. Good play by Hurt Floyd. And the lay-in on the left side by Henderson.
Not a very aggressive start.
No. But if LSU gets to 100, that would be 6 in a row. That would tie an NCAA record. And guess who was on the team that had the NCAA record?
I believe her name's Kim Mulkey.
I believe it is.
Grace Knox getting the second half start.
Grace Knox. One of Kim Mulkey's Louisiana Tech teams had scored 100 points or more in 6 consecutive games. Williams taps it out, gets it to Flau'jae Johnson behind the back and fouled in backcourt. Flau'jae Johnson just does so many unusual things without fanfare. Very smooth, very silky, very natural.
Well, it's like her recording career. It's just very natural. It comes to her easily as far as her ability. And there's another bad pass.
Full Wiley with a lazy pass, but her quick hands take it back. She heaves it up. Knox is all alone. Full Wiley turns a mistake into a defensive stop, gets it to Johnson, and then the lay-in.
Knox says, I'll just stand under the goal. Throw it to me.
She's got 10 points off the bench. Knox, Johnson and Johnson, Williams and Full Wiley on the floor to start this second half. And this is the first time I think we've seen this combination the whole year. As it stands now, the quintet on the floor for LSU. That's off the window, and it goes down by Henderson. Senior out of Fort Worth, who played at Colby Community College, came in averaging just under 8 points. And second on the team in rebounding with 6 per game. Flau'jae double teamed and makes a long pass that didn't get there. And laid in on the run.
Shaeeta just runs by everyone and makes the bucket.
That's 3 errant passes very early in this third quarter for LSU. 6 points for Cheatham after a slow start. Williams can't get it to go. Knox battles, somehow stays away from foul trouble, but couldn't control it. Kent, you mentioned earlier about the future you see for Knox for LSU, number 2 in white. I could not agree more with you. She is going to be a remarkable player, and it's not going to take her 2 or 3 years to get there.
She's all over the floor. And here you notice, though, that the bigs are being moved out by LSU in an attempt to get down to the paint for Alcorn, trying to bring the LSU bigs out. And that time it succeeded and ended up in a foul situation and a couple of free throws.
Knox made the switch, and then she fouled. And free throws are coming for Kiara Henderson, a senior from Fort Worth.
To finish the point I was starting to make about Flage, it all seems to come easy for her on and off the floor. But my goodness, how hard she's worked to be so good in basketball, so good in her recording career. I mean, this girl has worked very hard over 4 years and will have a long professional career, whatever she decides.
Knox on the receiving end of that entry pass. She's got 12 points. She survived the bump and laid it in.
Yeah.
Knox is 1 point short of her season's and career high at LSU, which is 13. That three ball is dumped in. Cheatham starting to heat up a little bit. Starting to become the offensive factor that she has been in the first 4 games for the Braves. All losses. Johnson spinning, missing. Knox battling for the rebound. Let's see against whom the foul is called. LSU by 33, 63-30. Knox going to give way. They're going to put Johnson on the line.
Seven points for Zakaya.
Make it 8. LSU shooting 85% from the free throw line tonight. And backcourt pressure results in another problem for the Braves. That's turnover number 18. A three ball rammed home from deep in the corner by Michaela Williams, who very quietly is one of the best deep shooters in the country. Fulwiley takes it away, lays it in. Fulwiley, remarkable defensively.
That's double-figure steals for LSU tonight.
Fulwiley does not have a game in which she doesn't commit larceny a lot. Surprised she's not sentenced to community service. So many steals. LSU has scored 7 consecutive points. Johnson pulls up from the elbow and rams it home.
Was there any doubt where that ball was going when Flage got it and headed to the wing?
72-30. 8 for Flage Johnson. 5.5 to play in the third quarter. Kent Lowe, Len Rollins with you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're in the Maravich Center. Shot clock at 4. That's looped in very nicely by Hunkin Plato.
And another steal.
Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Got a foul called on Grace Knox. That's her second. Make it her third. So she is the only Tiger in with any foul concerns. And after a lot of milling around and making changes, we're ready to resume play. The lead is 40 for the Tigers. Watch Bull Wiley play defense. Look at her anticipation. Knox powering high for the rebound. Williams can create shots just like that. In her own quiet way, she is an assassin. 13 for her. Knox comes up limping, and traveling will allow Knox a little more breathing room, shaking that left knee. We'll take a timeout, 4:33 to go. It's 74-32, the latest bucket coming from Michaela Williams.
Shout out my girl, Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe and check out her channel. Um, but just another great game from LSU. Now, after this, we don't come back until next Friday. They'll be in St. Thomas. And once we play that game, we don't know if we'll play Miami or Washington State, but that'll be Saturday. So we'll have a couple of days off past the holiday. That Friday, we'll have our 7 p.m. game. And then this one, we'll be playing at 6:30 for the championship game. We won't be in the third place game. But yeah. And then after that, we were supposed to be super, super excited about Duke, but I'm not sure how Duke is doing right now. I haven't really watched them too much. And then they'll be back in NOLA for these games. And then look at it, it's going to be the new year soon, man. SEC play starts January 1st. It will be members only at that point. So make sure if you are interested in watching with us at that point, you get your membership. But we do have all these games that we'll be streaming in the meantime.
Southern right here in Baton Rouge just picked a win
I thought
for
it was
the
on the
league this
screen the
year,
whole
but
time,
it's
y'all.
basketball.
I was going over the schedule. But yeah.
In the SWAC this year, we'll have to see how that league goes when the league play starts in January. They got to play their first 3 SWAC games on the road, and they got some SEC opponents coming up, as we already talked about. They played Alabama already. They're at LSU tonight. Monday, they're playing Mississippi State in the Emerald Coast Classic in Niceville, Florida, and still have to go to Auburn and Ole Miss before the month of December is out.
So we return to action in the third quarter, 4.5 minutes to play. LSU's lead is 74-32. Williams with a nice entry pass, Cole. That's going to roll away as Cobalt just couldn't quite make the clean connection.
But she was fouled. Yeah, she
threw the play out of whack, and then, as you say, she was fouled as she recovered.
She was triple teamed.
So the Ukrainian, whose family has been disrupted by the war in Ukraine waged by Russia. Her mom left the country for a while, went to Canada, and stayed some time there, although she has returned. And the family is intact again in Ukraine as the war rages on. Shot clock at 10. Shot clock at 3. Joyner tips it to herself. Koval comes away with it. Williams. Right between the wickets. Wiley couldn't get that bounce pass. Went right past her. And LSU turns it over. There haven't been a whole lot. That's number 12.
There you see it, boy. She was ready to take that 3, but right between the legs into the LSU bench, and Shaeeta Richard into the game for the Tigers. Farfu Wiley.
So in addition to Richard, Koval, Williams, Johnson, and Joyner. That's Flau'jae Johnson. Koval comes out, guards the much smaller player. That's way too long, and Joyner grabs the rebound. Ahead to Williams. Williams to Flau'jae Johnson. Fakes the 3. Stutter dribble, pulls up a couple of times, and is fouled as she was looking inside for either Koval or Joyner. LSU's SEC schedule opens on January 1st as Kentucky comes in.
Congratulations to MK12 and new Delta Sigma Theta Inc. seniority line.
Determined yet.
Smooth operator. Yes, congratulations, MK. I'm gonna actually share that because I didn't get a chance to. Also, thank you so much, Cassie, for the donation.
Defenders are
I
having
really
trouble
appreciate
getting
your
in
support.
between the LSU players.
To MK.
Joyner muscles it up and draws the contact.
That's just what you got to do there.
Yep. A senior from Farmville, North Carolina. Her previous career has been at East Carolina, where she was a AAC Freshman of the Year and an All-AAC first teamer.
Be strong, take the ball, and go up with it, Lynn. And you're rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Watch the release from her hands. It's almost a knuckleball, not a lot of rotation at all. When this ball leaves her hand, it just barely rotates.
It went in, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Both of them.
Oh, you got this blocking your inbounds.
Another turnover. LSU applying pressure in backcourt. And the pass by Hunkin Clater was overshot.
21 turnovers for Alcorn. LSU has turned it over 13 times. But LSU with a 34-8 advantage in points off turnovers. And by the way, the bench points have reached 40.
It was slightly more than half in the first half, and it's slightly more than half here as we approach late in the third quarter. Bella Hines is going to check in at the next opportunity for LSU.
Oh, Flau'jae's thinking.
Fakes right, goes left, fakes right, comes back right, and scores off 1 foot. 10 for her. You know, she is not a selfish shooter by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, this is a potential 20-point scorer per night. As long as her team wins, she's perfectly happy in getting, you know, her 12, 14, 16, whatever it may be.
She's also got 3 assists.
Williams gets it to Flau'jae Johnson. The shot up. Offline a little bit left. Michaela Williams rattles out. Koval got a piece of it again. And a foul is called. Is it Koval? I think so. That's her second.
Actually, it's Cobalt going to the line here.
Oh, okay.
Foul was called on the Alcorn player on the rebound, and that was the 5th foul of the quarter. So 2 free throws. Cobalt now in double figures, and she has 9 rebounds, so possibility of a double-double for Cobalt.
LSU is on an 18-2 run to establish this 81-32 advantage. And this is after Cobalt had really not much to show in the stat column against Tulane. By the way, because this is such an unusual name, we're going to point it out.
Traveling.
Arene, that's the first name. It's Arene, pronounced Arene. The last name for this young lady is Iyekepolor, pronounced Yek Polor. Anything above 4 syllables is a bonus.
Thought you were playing Wheel of Fortune there for a second.
You need to buy a couple of vowels. Joyner makes the steal behind the back at the midcourt line. Look out, somebody's trailing her. She goes down, she was fouled. This to me is one of the changes.
Listen to the crowd, they appreciate that.
And this crowd
my.
Here it is again behind
my.
the back. Now she's driving 1-on-3, draws the foul, and the crowd appreciates that tonight.
And Joyner at 6'2" certainly carries some size with that agility. Free throw.
Now that knuckleball's 1 point away from double figures.
She's throwing strikes with it.
That jinxed her.
Cobalt looking around. Joyner takes the errant pass, muscles her way in, gets it back to Flau'jae Johnson, hanging in the air, and draws the foul. And that foul is going to be assessed against Kurt Floyd.
By the way, 5 LSU players in double figures so far, and Joyner just a point away from joining that group. LSU 18 of 22 tonight, Lynn, at the line.
Joyner for point number 86. Or excuse me, Johnson. LSU's biggest margin of victory this year was 87. Right now it's 86-32 with a half a minute to go. There's about a 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that is tossed in from distance from the corner. Nicely done by Lauren Nelson. LSU can play for the last shot. Richard will try to set it up. Richard takes it baseline, stops, fires, a little bit long. And that's the end of the third quarter. So the LSU Tigers are 14 points away from a record-setting 100-point performance. And we will step aside and see what happens in the final 10 minutes. 86-35, LSU. offensively to this point in the season. Take a look at how LSU
21.4 offensive rebounds a game. They have 14 tonight so far through 3 quarters with 10 more minutes to go.
And Kent, let me correct myself. Let's add 2 points to that margin of victory. LSU actually has won a game by 89 this year, which is obviously a significant number. It's not going to be that tonight, I wouldn't think, but that goes to show you how much difference there has been in some of these games. Now, quite frankly, the level of competition is going to leap forward very significantly in the very near future for LSU, but they've done what they thought their capacity would be against this type of competition.
Right
for Wiley makes another steal. My goodness. I mean, it's larceny. It's absolutely larceny.
Right off the inbounds.
Well, that probably was a payback. Remember, she had an early misplay off the inbounds. Williams gets the loose ball. LSU has scored the first 2 points in the first 24 seconds. Williams diving for it right in front of our broadcast area. I mean, when the ball hits the floor, LSU players are on it like a rat on a Cheeto.
And I think about that one a second.
90 to 30.
Like a rat on a Cheeto. This
Right
man,
now.
he just be saying stuff for real.
They'll make it.
That's got to
Make
be
it
5
55.
seconds, yeah.
I was starting to
Wow,
count
it's
to 5
what
seconds.
I was like. Come on, a
By
Cheeto.
the way, for Wiley's steal there at the start of the
Like,
quarter
please,
was
bro.
her 4th of the game.
Coming off a personal record-setting 8. Johnson reversing and then clearing. She just kept going back and forth. Finally found the passing lane and zipped by the nearest defender.
Lane opened up, drive the ball.
So LSU is 8 points away from tying the NCAA record for 6 100-point games.
Flage sees the lane open and just drives for the easy layup. As simple as it can be when you've got someone who can take care of the ball, dribble it just like that to the goal.
But she created that driving lane by penetrating, saw the defense was there, retreated, penetrated again, retreated, and then was able to slide by the would-be defender. Cheatham gets 1 of 2. Here's full Wiley. Two plays at the rim, bounce away, but a foul was called, and LSU will be shooting with 8:56 to go in the fourth quarter. 92 to 36. Johnson rattles the first one out. There haven't been many misses tonight.
Now just LSU 20 of 25 at the line before this shot. So 21 of 26 for LSU.
That's a little better than 80%, isn't it?
The math guys doing radio over there. I can't give you that one.
Yep, just slightly above 80%.
You cheated. You looked at the big board.
Absolutely. 63% from the field tonight for LSU, and that's a nice jumper from the key.
Nelson with a couple of buckets here for Alcorn. Not a good pass.
That rattles out. Flage missing the floater, kind of a sideways floater from about 8 feet. This is hard to believe, Kent, but when you look at the overall numbers, LSU has out-rebounded this team 39-12.
Well, LSU is making a lot of shots, so there are not a lot of rebounds for the Lady Braves to come up with.
16 assists for the Tigers, 9 for the opposition. Wiley.
You shouldn't have done that.
Wiley sneaks in with the left hand, gets too far under the rim, but hooks it in anyway.
She turned her back on the LSU player. She just took another one.
Her anticipation is just terrific. I'm thinking she would be an excellent stock picker. What do you think? Here's Wiley again. That time, not a good pass.
No one home.
Wiley thought a teammate would be there, and she was not. 15 turnovers for the Tigers. Flau'jae Williams certainly can play one-on-one defense as well. Flau'jae Johnson. So can Michaela Williams. There's the rebound by Michaela Williams. 7:03 to go. Clock running, fourth quarter. LSU 5 away from 100. No bucket. Williams was fouled. Team foul number 3. Oh, my. Flau'jae Johnson looked like she had gone too deep against the defense to get the jumper, and then she scoops it in.
Oh, you only thought that.
That's true. It looked like she was cut off and was not going to be able to rise for the jump shot.
7 of 11 from the field for Flau'jae tonight.
16 points. That's a quick release bomb from the corner by Lauren Nelson.
She's got 8. Who's heated up now, has 10 points here in the game.
Yeah, make it 10 for her. Johnson, bingo! She is leading.
One more point.
That 15
One more point.
18
One more point.
Another 20 possibly, but she may not be in the game much longer.
4 new Tigers are poised to enter the contest. 5:36 to go. That ball hits the deck, picked up by the Braves. And LSU's bench is wanting a shot clock violation.
Yeah, that never hit the rim.
No, the clock should not have been reset.
Unless the rim's up by the top of the backboard. Some discussion here, and I think this would be a perfect opportunity as the subs are made for us to take a timeout as they look and try to figure out where the shot clock is. LSU on the verge of 100 for a 6th straight time.
Let's go. Yeah. Flau'jae. March Madness. 2025.
Tell me who you were when I was shooting at the gym. Never dropped the ball, but my hand at the rim. I was nodding off on the plane, watching film. Diamond in the rug, but I came out of gym. Man, I put that on the Bible, I've been really getting active. Shoot 100 at the practice, put 100 in the matches. I ain't never going backwards, and they try me like a rapper. But you see what happened after, got a ring and I was platinum. I average a dub, don't need no subs. This sweat and blood, this what I love. I keep going up, Lambo the truck. Ain't where I was, I ain't letting no. Man, they know that this ain't new to me, and I know it's confusing. See the way that I can shoot a 3, and I can do the music thing, and I move like it's 2 of me. I don't really care who agree, it's nothing you can do with me. Kill him and read a eulogy, and I do what I want 'cause it's cool to me. I've been counting this money, ain't new to me. Ain't no really a doubt, you can't new to me. You can't stop me, you should've recruited me. Work like Kobe, I don't really sleep. I've been trying to chill, I ain't tweaking by the week. Man, they say I'm out of reach, but I'm trying to hit my peak. 16 still sweet, but I ate at the elite. Look at you different when you pull up inside of the roads. Looking back, I'm just riding inside of my goals. Sacrifices that I made was
at Duke, then 2 back-to-back games in New Orleans, at UNO on December 7th, and then the on December 13th in the Compete for Cause Classic, as LSU will play Louisiana Tech, and then the men will play SMU that night in the Smoothie King Center. Should be a big night on December 13th.
I've got a little trivia quiz for the audience and you.
All right.
Coming into today's play, plus the one game that Troy and Missouri played earlier today, this afternoon, there were 77 games involving SEC teams. What do you think the SEC record was against its opponents after 77 games, including Troy,
total,
including the Troy Missouri game today?
The SEC women have done pretty well. I'm going to say there's maybe at least 70 wins, I would think, for the league.
Yep, 71-6, the combined record for the SEC against opposition so far this year. That's turnover number 29, and we are on the cusp of a scoring record. LSU needs a point to reach 100 for the 6th straight game. That would tie an NCAA record and set an SEC record that already is held by LSU at 5.
Now,
Twice.
The other team, or the first team that has had 6 over 100 was Kim Mulkey's Louisiana Tech team in 1982. You remember that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. What I do remember, in those days, Louisiana Tech, you couldn't shoehorn another fan into the arena.
Yeah, that's why they built the Thomas Assembly Center. Old Memorial Coliseum couldn't quite fit them.
LSU has a little less than 5 minutes to do it, leading 99-40. Koval comes out, gets beaten to the rim, and a nice play by Cheatham.
You can just tell Cheatham's a pretty good little player.
Yeah, had a very slow start in the first half. LSU's passing has been ill-advised on more than one occasion tonight. And we'll take a timeout with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. LSU 99, one short of the century mark. Alcorn 42.
What?
You don't got a job and need your cash up and got a baby too and don't pay bills and drop you off at work. You let them stay with you. I ain't judging, but you ain't watch Baby Boy. Like, is you crazy for it? So my name is Bennett, I ain't in it. All my windows tinted. If you wanna talk, but ain't no commas, I don't speak a sentence. I don't like the media or the drama, it don't mix with business. I'm the hardest to rap about sex, so it ain't register. I don't get it. I took my team to NOLA, we was lit inside the master. Say you go to LS, you gon' graduate and get a master. Man, I'm way too lit and rich, I might just get it after. I'm in college come after, I'm a boss. I'm tripping and flipping the hundreds and fifties, I really cannot take a loss. I'm really the captain ahead of the game, I'm there with a coin gon' toss. Can't win till you own that loss. They slip, but I'm on that cross. Might trip, I ain't gon' fall. I'm slip on y'all, I'm rich, I ball. Flexing and swerving on that curve and in that black Suburban. You out here acting single, I'm looking stupid, really out your curve. I'm out here on Canal, I went to jet, I had to slide the bird. You said you the one and I'm the two, I must be carrier. I've been in NBA for way too long, I feel like young boy. If you wanna try and think it's sweet, oh, you's a dumb boy. I got my own. He gon' call you baby boo.
At Corient.
Before.
She is 1 point short of reaching 100 for the 6th consecutive time, which would tie an NCAA record and set an SEC record. LSU has never trailed in this game. The biggest lead has been 59. Tigers have been consistent. 31, 26, and 29 have been their scores in quarters 1, 2, and 3. They have yielded 11, 10, and 14 in quarters 1, 2, and 3.
Team will leave on Tuesday for the Virgin Islands, and we'll play Friday and Saturday in that event, the Paradise Jam. Really nice event there. The men's team's been there. Bob Starkey was telling me that he and Coach Gunner, when she was at LSU, they played the very first one 25 years ago.
Coball scores on the second try.
Yeah, Kate. Yeah, Kate.
Coball now with 14 points
100 points
and 12 rebounds.
And that's coming off the bench for the first time this year.
Wait, where my sound?
Third double-double of the season. And the 5th of her career. And LSU indeed on the three-point play by Coball has reached 100 points or more for the 6th consecutive time. This is a record-setting performance for the Tigers.
So Kim Mulkey played on one team that scored 106 straight games and coached a team that has scored 106 straight games. The Alcorn ball after the foul.
A win tonight would move Mulkey much higher in the victory column. She's got well over 700 career wins. Megan Yarnovich, number 15 in white, has returned to the game. She played some in the first half. Mulkey's win tonight will be number 760 against 124 defeats.
What a great job defensively by Bella Cummings to set that one up by Richard.
So the Hines-Richard combination results in the second bucket of the game for Shaeeta. Mulkey has won 86% of her games in 26 seasons and would be 128-20 in 5 years at LSU. Richard makes a steal along the baseline. Let's go back and look at the last bucket. Richard on the move.
The long inbounds pass intercepted by Hines. The bounce pass to Richard for the bucket. And you would have had a Richard to Hines pass then if they hadn't called a shot clock violation.
Richard down low.
Yeah,
Richard gets her assist there.
So the only thing left, and this has been the case for a long, long while, will be the final score, the final margin of victory. By the way, that last bucket by Maravich ensures that every LSU player on the roster has scored.
This is what Kim Mulkey and staff want to see. They want to see the Tigers still being aggressive late in the game.
Joyner,
and that's a good thing.
Joyner with a flat-footed rebound to Richard. She'll take a three, misses wide left. Ball bounces out. Kick out for a three ball. No, a little bit long by Bella Hines. Tigers still battling for it. They'll reset. Joyner's got it. Behind the back. Left side. Snap pass Yarnovich. Muscles it up. Kicks it over last moment. And a whistle and a foul will stop play ahead of the three-point try by Burridge.
Tiger bench enjoying what they're seeing.
Oh, I love seeing Izzy. Shout out Izzy.
Wide open.
Bella Hines was unguarded. She's got a big grin on her face as if to say, this is
Izzy has
not
a heart
hard
condition,
game.
guys.
She's got 3 points.
She's like, I'll take that.
LSU in order has scored 108, 115, 118, 117, 101, and whatever the final score will be tonight.
That was a nice move to the bucket by Henderson for Alcorn to get that score, and has one more at the free throw line, but a good piece of dribbling to the bucket for that score.
And then making it happen among much more physical and bigger players.
And
the way Mulkey didn't even move right there. Yeah.
Unforced error there on the turnover by LSU.
Number 17, that's getting excessive.
LSU's bench tonight has 53 points, so right on the season average.
That's stripped loose by Hines and or Richard. A nice little move by Cheatham. She had a slow first half, but she's got 14 right now. Averaging 16. Burridge. Left side, Hines. Deep one rattles out. 75 seconds to play. LSU in a record-setting performance leads 108-47. And Richard is going to be called for a body check foul. 68 seconds to play.
You have to think, Glenn, the 2 games in the Virgin Islands.
Number 2 for Alcorn been solid all night, so shout out to her.
There'll be a
Been
lot
solid
of business on those 2 games
in the
because
past
those
lane.
will be your last 2 tune-ups before the big
Hit some
matchup
shots for
at
them.
Duke
Definitely came
early
to
in
play.
December in that ACC-SEC challenge. And that will be the first really, really important game for the Tigers on national television.
Richard dumps it down lower. Return shot is no good. Another shot is no good. Tigers will have another opportunity after 4 misses. Richard, yes, and fouled. Bucket and one coming for Jada Richard.
Yeah, Jada.
LSU
Yeah,
couldn't
Jada.
finish, but they certainly kept it alive to extend the opportunities.
24 offensive rebounds, 26 second chance points, and Richard takes advantage of the offensive boards by her teammates, drives for the hoop, scores, and is fouled.
111-49. A new SEC record was set tonight with 6 straight games of 100 points or better. And a national record was tied with the same number. Ahead to Richard. She's the first to get there, and it's blocked. Beautifully swatted away by Shaeeta. Do they call her for a foul?
Yes, yes.
Well, Richard's going to have an opportunity here to extend the lead.
Pretty sure got her with the body. She got the ball,
Yep,
but
there
I
it
think
is.
she also got a little of the arm.
We had the benefit of the scoreboard replay, and you're quite right. The body and the arm made the collision, and Richard steps back to the free throw line and misses it long. Richard with 8 points. That's a season's high.
And they're just going to run the clock out. I thought.
LSU, 6 consecutive times to open the season, has scored 100
Aw.
points and more.
MK Soros there.
The national record and establishing an SEC record. Congratulations. After a half dozen
Atu,
games,
she did her thing.
LSU women's basketball in a place that few teams, if any, none in the SEC have been this place
Dubs
before.
in the chat,
And only
dubs
a
in the
couple
chat, dubs
in the
in the
NCAA.
chat.
So Kent, script unfolded.
Breaking
It
new
was
record.
written, it was followed, and the
Coach
Tigers
Mulkey breaks 2
got a little
records.
sloppy at times, but win convincingly again. Alcorn with 2 in double figures. Cheatham with 16. Clater had 11. A lot of Tigers got into the scoring column.
More aggressive, better action from start to finish, and a good win for LSU.
So we'll say goodbye. Don't forget the men play tomorrow against Omaha. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. We'll have it for you right here on the SEC ESPN Network. For Kent Lowe, I'm Lynn Rollins. Good night from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
My pleasure, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching with me per usual. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys who celebrate. I'll see you here back Friday of next week at 7 p.m. and they'll be in the Virgin Islands. We'll be watching that game. So, or no, I think St. Thomas. Yeah, St. Thomas. In the Virgin Islands. Yeah. Sorry. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Yeah. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like on the way out. Have a great night and happy Thanksgiving to you all. Love you so much. Bye. Wait, first I always play my girl for our win dance.